Yo guys, what's going on? It is Manga Reads and it's time for Hunter x Hunter manga chapter 368, Murder. Yo guys, last week there was no chapter and I was so stoked, I was sad, I was depressed, my heart was breaking and I had nothing to do or think about. But this week we have redemption. So you know what guys, let's get going. I won't speculate too much about the title, although I could. It's called Murder, and the very first panel says what? 13 Prince Mariyama's Nen Beast is a dinosaur-like monster. There are a total of 18 bodyguards and pro hunters in the room, and 6 servants. And there's a paper in hand, there's a pen getting some scribblings down, and there's a schematic of the room as well, with labelings of who is where and what. So you know what? I hope we get to see some fighting. I hope the title of Murder lets me see someone get killed. So let's get going. I'm going to continue reading now, guys. That fact, well, that's the wrong word. It's supposed to be the fact that there's more than the assigned 15 means that these are likely some of his sister's bodyguards as well. If my prediction is correct, then in 12 Prince Momoza's room there should be 6 bodyguards stationed by other princes. Even with my powerful N, I can't sense as far as to tell what she's writing. So the person thinking that even with my powerful N, I can't sense as far as to tell what she's writing is pain in the ass or Bavimania. So he has powerful N. And remember, N is a thing that Merum used to find the other guys at Killua and Palm and all the other guys that were in the palace. So you know N can be pretty useful. I'm telling you, Nen is pretty awesome, guys. She's turned the page. That means she's finished investigating one prince, which means we should have a clear understanding now of Mariyama's personnel, and that's Kurapika thinking. Kurapika is on point, guys. You know, I like Kurapika's observational skills. I think it's one of the reasons why he can actually have Emperor's time, because with that, he's not... It's like he knows what he's getting himself into, and he can gauge how long to use Emperor's time, which is so overpowered. And remember, guys, there are many people out there who uses manipulator style techniques, and it works perfectly for them. Because remember, guys, Emperor's time is just broken beyond all meditation. So let's go. Kurapika continues to think. It took her about an hour, and my eyes have already been scarlet for 3 hours as is. At this point, the physical strain is more of a problem than my shortening lifespan. Ay ay ay, Kurapika. So we have a layout of all the rooms, and remember that all the rooms are numbered 1001 to 1014, and all the rooms, according to the number, has the number Prince inside of them. And there is the ugly bug running around freaking out people. The next is the 12th Princess bedroom. It's dark though. Is she not there? And the moment it comes out, the princess sees it? Wait, what is happening? What is happening? Oh, the princess is getting killed. Oh, look at... Oh, so that's what murder is. The princess is getting killed. Oh wait, it's supposed to be a prince, but yes, she. So it's a princess, even though it's a prince. Someone is on top of the princess, and it looks to be one of Benjamin's bodyguards, given how he's dressed in the black and everything like that. This is bad. Oh, and she's screaming out, "No! Stop it! Stop!" Oh boy, cover blown. The cover is blown now because she can't react like that. Prince Momoza is going to be killed. You have to stop him, quick! And she is freaking out. She is losing her mind. Please calm down, Queen Oyuta. And that's Kurapika talking. Kurapika continues to say, "You're in your bedroom right now. You're exhausted and must have just been having a nightmare. Bavimania is watching us. He still doesn't know that you're the end user that used that ability yet." Something happens. There's something right beside Queen Oyuta. I'm not quite sure what it is. Maybe it's her Nen Beast, but we'll see in the next chapter. No, it's her ear from the cockroach, isn't it? Alright, let's see on the next page. Let us see on the next page. Oh, what's happening? She brushes off Kurapika's hand, and Kurapika has his chains out, so you know that's That's in accordance with letting them wonder if he is a conjurer or a manipulator. Queen Oito turns and walks away and says, "This is no time for petty strategies. If you won't help, then I'll go myself." Oh, damn. Very well. We'll check on him immediately. Bill get in touch with room 1012 and confirm the status of Prince Momose. And Kurapika is still stopping the Queen. The operator will only connect a private officer of one of the higher princes. I'll act as the intermediary for you, and that's Bavimania. What? Oh, so he's trying to get some very good inside information on this, because oh, that's a body bag. Oh, damn. That's a body bag. That is a body bag. That is a body bag. Oh my god, one of the princes have been killed. Queen Oito is crying and she says we could have stopped it. We might have been able to save him. Guys, I am on page 6. And, you know, page 6 of the actual manga, not the one that has all those crappy things at the front of it. So page 6, there's a body bag, stretcher, there are medical officers, there are armed soldiers as well. Why are they guarding a dead body? Or maybe it's just for show. And Queen Oito is crying like, yo, murder happened in 6 pages. I never would have expected it. And Bill says, it seems the cause of death was asphyxiation. As per their usual arrangement, the guards were stationed outside of the room while the prince slept. Apart from the 2 guards who were on break, the 4 guards all testified to the fact that no one entered the prince's room. Oh shit. Queen Sevanchi is pleading her case to the king, believing that the 6 bodyguards involved all conspired together. The 6 of them are being detained and are set to be court-martialed. And I'm thinking this is Queen Sevanchi who is saying, execute them all! The death sentence now, so yeah, it might be her. It might be her or Queen Oito. And Kurapika is thinking, this warrants caution. The timing is just too perfect. And someone says to Kurapika, it's like a man in black. He says, may I have a word? You said that each of the princes has a guardian beast attached to them. That's right. In that case, why didn't Prince Momose's spirit beast protect her? And that can only be from one situation. If Prince Momose was killed by another prince. That's the only thing that stops up guardian beast from killing another person, really. So you know what? I have a hunch based on the size of the person that is Prince Benjamin. But why would Prince Benjamin go for the weakest person so early? And Serenit doesn't seem to give a shit about anybody. I mean, people fear him for being the worst of all the princes. But so far, he just wants to learn Nen. Like, that's what he's about. I mean, maybe he's just acquiring power to rule the world. But you know what? Let's continue, guys. Page 8. The hint probably lies in Prince Momose's sleeping hours. What do you mean? The prince usually retired much earlier than usual. She was probably extremely worn out for some reason. I see. The guardian beasts are parasitic, which means they act by feeding on their host's aura's energy. Exactly. If one of the 2 Nen beasts that attacked our guards belonged to Prince Momose, then that act should have consumed a large amount of aura. Let me look at that again. It says, if one of the 2 Nen beasts that attacked our guards, and those are the beasts that killed Kurapika's guards, you know, control one and stuff like that, and there's casualties in the other rooms as well, then they're saying that it should take a large amount of aura. So they're narrowing it down to 1 person actually. And as a result, it ran out of energy, and the culprit took advantage of that. The murderer is a person who is well versed in Nen then. Prince Benjamin, I'm telling you. But after this, there will be an even stronger demand for information on Nen. It would be to our tremendous advantage if we could use learning Nen as an incentive to form alliances, including with Prince Serendik. Therein lies the problem. So I don't know what Bill is going on about. He can't form a partnership with Serendik. This man wants to rule the world by himself, you know, guys. Queen Oito is crying and Stealth Dolphin is there. I would like to ask her to continue her survey of the princes, but it seems too cruel to ask her in this state. But in order to reduce the risk to Prince Wol by any amount we can, we'll need as much information as we can get. Your Majesty, may I please have a word? And that's Bavimania, is it? I think so. Yes, it is. Shouting out back then could only have been detrimental to you. Even still, why did you do it? Of course, as expected, he's realized that the Queen had been using Nen. But what does he expect to gain by confirming it like this? Detrimental, you say? To all of you completely wrapped up in this survival game, I must seem ridiculous for not standing by idly while someone else's daughter get killed. And she is crying. I understand it all too well. I have nothing to say to you. And she is broken. Let's go, Sakata. And Bavamania is leaving. We'll leave the garden to Kurapika, but the queen won't be at ease as long as we're here. I'll talk to Slacker as well. I like that guy's name. In my country, a slacker is a person who doesn't give a shit about anything. You know, he's carefree, nonchalant. He lifted his Nen. Your Majesty, you needn't force yourself to. I'm doing this for a wobble. It's not like I'm worried about you. This bitch. This bitch. We'll begin tomorrow at 9 in the morning. As for the other matters, please contact us again in 15 minutes. We shall have our decision by then. And that's Bill talking real classy on the phone, the intercom. I like Bill. He has a cool name, Bill. And Jim. Kurapika, I now have a good idea of the situation. Apart from the second and sixth princes, 10 of the princes intend to send their guards. That's got a bigger response than I expected. The first prince as well? Yes, although rather than the first, it seems the leader of the bodyguards wants to keep tab on our actions. And the first prince is Benjamin. What about the other hunters? They seem like they corroborate our statements. They cleverly goaded princes into participating with a mixture of doubt and curiosity towards learning about men over such a short time. But as expected, they were all concerned over the fact that we're suggesting a 2-week time frame on this. I understand their concern, but I've accepted the risk, and on top of that, I have a plan. Kurapika. Wow. Every plan that Kurapika has involves killing himself. There are still 2 problems. When am I going to see Crollo again? You know, that's why I'm here, guys. I want to see Crollo. But let's continue with Bill. There are still 2 problems. First of all, some of the princes may want to send multiple guards to learn Nen. Well, if we accept, I worry about the implications to our security. Let's set a limit of 2 people. Damn it. This pain is deafening. Oh, so something is happening to Kurapika. Bill's voice is just something is happening to Kurapika. The next is about 3rd Prince Zhangle. Something is happening to Kurapika. Look at his eyes. He's about to collapse. Yeah, he's collapsed. He's been using Emperor's time for too long. Oh, look at Hanzo. Why does Hanzo look like that? Hanzo, resting is also a part of our job. If only I was there, I could have saved her. You are simply following the queen order. Oh, so Hanzo is in that security detail. The girl says you are simply following the queen's order. It's not your fault. The murderer will strike again. I'm hoping. Oh wait, is that Bisky? I'm hoping that Hanzo wasn't in that team. I wouldn't want something to happen to Hanzo. According to Kurapika's account and the testimony of the 6 guards, it's very likely that the culprit used a clone. If that's true, then their arrest won't stop them, and if anything, it will even serve as an alibi for their next crime. Relax a bit. Yeah, that's Bisky, alright. Relax a bit. If we assume a clone was used, then the culprit isn't limited to just 6 of them, right? You're right. If that's the case, then they'll probably change their MO to pin the blame on those 6, or perhaps even keep it the same if they want to cause confusion. Either way, they'll definitely strike again. I will stop them next time. I would like to see Hanzo fight. I'm thinking that he may be an enhancer. I don't know. How will you do that? Asking that right now is probably just adding fuel to the fire. But if I've got to let him get it all out of his system now, but the translation is so bad, but I've got to let him get it all out of his system now, or he might do something rash. He's not the only one that can use clones. After all, I am a ninja first and foremost. Oh, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Well, that's Shadow Clone. Bunshin no Jutsu, Clone Jutsu. But if the clone isn't automated but one that can be controlled freely, then there should be a considerable restriction on the user. And automated mean that you just make it and it runs around doing whatever it wants, and controlled mean, well, it's like the paths of pain that it can, why am I talking about Naruto here? Let's get going. Plus, I'll explain it in my review, guys. Plus, if they were able to conjure it away from themselves and directly into the prince's bedroom, oh, that could be a problem. The culprit should have been in a state where they had to completely focus on that task alone. If the criminal was among those 6, then that means it has to be one of the 2 that were taking a break. Is that it? Well, if you've already figured that much out, I suppose I can't stop you now. Yeah, I will make them pay for this. I swear it. And Hanzo looks so serious. For now, just get some rest, will you? Something is wrong. I don't like where this is going, guys. Like, it's looking pretty shady if you ask me. Room 1008. Serenic is making gains. Look at his men. Oh, look at Peta. No, it's Theta. Theta says, I can't believe it. In just half a day, he managed to gain working command of Gyo. Well, that is Gyo, isn't it? Say Theta. Yes? A phone call from Prince Wob's bodyguard was patched through by Zhangli earlier. He says that he can teach us to use them in 2 weeks. What do you think about that? Oh, so Serenic is pretty smart, isn't he? That sounds pretty different than what you said, doesn't it? You said that even at the earliest grasping of the very basics, they would take half a year. Yes, I was being completely honest. So then, that would mean that he's bluffing, wouldn't it? That is possible. Hey, I know you're not this stupid. Either you or he is lying. I'm asking you which of you it is. Or would you rather I just end you now? I don't get it. Would he kill Peta? Would he kill Theta? Because he seems to like Theta a lot. In fact, I think he loves Theta. There is a way to learn Nen much faster than normal, but it carries with it a very serious risk. He also could have some kind of ability that lets him awaken Nen powers in other people. At the very least, it's almost certain that he won't be using any proper standard methods. And Theta is wheezing her way out of it. Without a doubt, my method is the fastest, most correct method. You know what the one thing I hate most in this world? It's a lying bitch. So can I trust you? Yes, and the Ned Beast is just watching her like, yo, damn. This was some chapter, guys. You know what? I'm gonna rant about this in my review later, but there's some serious burn going on in this chapter. The review will be linked in the description down below once it's ready, and there'll be a card above somewhere, perhaps here, perhaps earlier in the episode. Well, this isn't my episode, but earlier in my live reaction there'll be a card or something. But there's a lot to talk about in this chapter, guys. So you know what? Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.